Do you hear me? With Unico Williams. That's right. It's your boy coming at you on it doesn't matter when I'm coming at you, but you know Thursday is my favorite day of the week. Why? Well, I was born on a Thursday, 11:47 a.m. Woo! So happy to be back amongst you all. Oh, good heavens. Good heavens. Let's get that. Let's let that fade out. Let's get that fade out going. Well, I hope everybody has had an amazing week. Happy New Year to everybody, to all of our new listeners, all our old listeners, all of our future listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in today. 100% want to thank you for giving us a very good 2022. There was a lot, a lot of growth. There was a lot of change. There was a lot of, ups and downs. But the downs were never anything that we couldn't, you know, come back up from. So it's all good. Life is life, and that's what happens. But now here we are, 2023. We're 3 days in, and it's been some wild stuff that's been going on. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to we're just gonna talk about it. But before I do that, because there's a whole bunch of I involved in this, and with that being said, let me ask you about you. How are you today? What did you do? I mean, Happy New Year. So happy to come into this new year with you. Um, did you have a good time on New Year's night? Did you have a good time? I know you looked amazing. Sure, you was fresh to death, knocked them dead, that whole thing. But I know this much about the next year. I know what's going to happen with you. I know what you're going to do. You're going to help people. You're going to help people get that much better at what they do. You're gonna give off your positive vibes, and you're going to do what it takes to make people be a little bit better than they were yesterday. And you know what I love the most about that? That you make me better too. Woo! So let's get into our first topic here. So our first topic, first and foremost, Monday Night Football last night, Bills versus Cardinals. Very close game, very important game as it pertains to um as it pertains to playoff standing in the AFC and all that stuff, man. It's a big marquee matchup Monday night. Wouldn't have it any other way. Unfortunately, after making a tackle on the tight end for Cincinnati, Bill's safety, Damar Hamlin, uh, collapsed. We don't have that footage. I didn't even see the collapse because I'm on Twitter, and scrolling and saying what's happening, and not when I see something like that, or I start seeing stuff like that, like people posting that something may have happened. Especially in sports, I don't watch it. I mean, we all had to live through that Cleveland versus Boston game, where what that boy name is broke his leg. We've seen the Las Vegas game with Paul George during the summer league and that situation, or Olympics. I'm sorry, the Olympics. I don't watch stuff like that. That shit is disgusting. But with that being, I'm squeamish about stuff like that. But with that being said, man, he was on the ground for 10 minutes without his heart beating, man. And he's just 24 as well. And it was just so sad to hear and see about. And so they did get his heart back pumping. They got him to the hospital, where he wasn't able to breathe on his own, but he still had a pulse, and he's out there fighting it and giving it his best shot. Um, but that caused, my prayers are for his family and for him for sure. That's the importance of this. Now, I need to talk to y'all for a second about how y'all perceive how other people speak, because I feel like there's an issue with comprehension. I feel like there's an issue with reading to understand, not just reading just to come up with something or find a reason to be fake mad about some shit. What am I referring to? So the game ended up being postponed, right? Game ended up being postponed. Okay, it is what it is. Um, it would be hard. Basically, essentially, your teammate or somebody that you was playing against, they essentially passed away on the field, like for 10 minutes. That was crazy. It's something I've never seen on a, like, I've seen this stuff happen when people are what I want to say, like when it's hot and after the 2 a days and all that stuff. I've seen people collapse on, practice and stuff like that. On hot days and stuff. I never in a game I've ever seen like, you know, the heart stop, cardiac arrest during a game based off of a tackle. I've never seen anything like that. So I mean, it's wild. But let me address some of y'all right now. So what people are mostly triggered about, everybody had, thoughts and prayers. Everybody had their own spin on what they wanted to say and all that. And Skip Bayless will go on to say this. And everybody's having a hissy fit about this. So Skip Bayless said, no doubt the NFL postponing the rest of this game. He's saying no doubt, saying that this is what happened on the field. First, and I'm gonna break it down because apparently I have a problem with reading. So let me read it for you. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, but it suddenly seems irrelevant. Sounded thoughtful to me. Sounded like, I understand how big of a game this game is. There's only 2 weeks left in the season. This is the last game of the second to last week in the NFL. And he's simply asking the question, how? Like, what do you do based off of the fact, like, if this was Colts versus whoever the hell they're playing and something terrible like this happens, it's y'all can even just watch it. You know what I'm saying? You could just watch the game and call it a day. But it's late in the season and playoffs are set to start in 2 weeks. I feel like he was simply asking, like, what is the NFL going to do? How do you resolve this part of it from an aspect of playoff start in 2 weeks? He was asking a question. And then this is what y'all took out of it. Let's start with the great Kendrick Perkins. So Kendrick Perkins says, you're a sick individual. Real talk. For what? What's he sick for? He said that the game is going to be postponed because something like that you have to be upset. I mean, you can't just go back out there and play like that. So he said that this is going to be postponed. He was just wondering, asking the question, how would the NFL resolve this, given how big of a game this was in regards to seeding in the AFC? Where are y'all getting this shit from? Like, y'all just trying to be mad for no damn reason? Reggie Bush, you can't be serious. We got RG3 saying don't share the video and all that. People are praying. The update is his vitals are back to normal and they have put him to sleep to put a breathing tube down his throat, and they're currently running tests and they'll provide update. Bill's family praying. T. Higgins, person that he hit, when that's happened, want him to pull through. He's just praying. But I'm gonna get on here and get on this man's Twitter and talk and just say dumb shit. He said, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the game. But like, how? What are you going to do to resolve this? What is the NFL going to do to resolve this? So where do y'all get all this stuff at? Y'all talking about canceling Skip Bayless. Y'all talking about all this stuff. And he's not saying what y'all trying. And then this worst part, y'all got on his ass so bad that he had to go on TV and fake cry real quick and huff and puff and snip and stuff. And there was no need for that. he could have went on there and explained himself. He was just asking, what is the NFL going to do in regards to, we understand something bad happened, but also we need to understand, like, okay, these are conversations that are going to need to be had though. Are we canceling the NFL season? If you tell me the NFL season is canceled, then we're good. No worries. We don't got to say nothing else about it. But the thing is, the NFL is going to move on. I know this was a bad situation. I would hate for it to happen to anybody. I hate for it to happen to me, somebody in my family. I hate that happen to you, somebody that I don't even know. We gotta put Kendrick Perkins. This is sick. And Skip, no doubt that you need to look in the mirror, because I know exactly what you were saying, and it's sick of you to say, shut up. That's not what he was saying. And everybody making all type of saying all this extra shit. Stop. Read for comprehension. Don't read shit just to figure out a reason to get mad at somebody, man. That's all I'm saying. And I know you can dislike Skip Bayless all you want to, but there was nothing wrong with what he said. He was just because are you going to say NFL is sick after what happened on Monday? Y'all going to play games on Saturday? I seen commercials today about the doubleheader they got going on Saturday. There's a doubleheader next Saturday or this upcoming Saturday. So when they kick that ball off on Saturday, I want y'all to be outraged, just like y'all was mad at Skip Bayless, man. Credit where it's due, and then we doggone, we gonna talk shit when it's warranted. Period. We gonna do that. We ain't never stopped her, but this right here, this was not warranted. Leave that man alone. He ain't said nothing wrong. Y'all just want to be fake mad. Stop. Find something else to be mad about. Y'all want him to be fired. Don't want all of this. All right, last time I checked, that boy George Zimmerman is still walking around, and y'all ain't did shit. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Anyway, moving on. On to our next topic. I gotta say, rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. I need to say that. I mean, since we kind of in a sense in that space, I do want to say rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. She is a Memphis legend. She is a rap Southern legend. Out of 3 6 Mafia, she's, man, that's tough. And I saw somebody say, somebody tweeted about, man, y'all gotta, man, this fentanyl shit killing everybody. Y'all can go back to some of the other episodes that we had, that I've had, specifically due to all the people that are overdosing on fentanyl because y'all because y'all cutting weed, regular shit that ain't supposed to hurt nobody. Y'all cutting it with fentanyl, and that don't make no damn sense, man. That don't make no damn sense, man. Y'all, whoever out there putting fentanyl in regular chill ass drugs, man, y'all, I ain't gonna say nothing on that, but rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. Um, now let me get into this. Now we have a story about LaKeith Stanfield. Now you may know LaKeith Stanfield. He played L in Death Note. He was in Pardon Me for this. I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. He also was in Atlanta, Darius. He played Darius in Atlanta. And then I don't know, he plays a lot of stuff. He's a really good actor. I like him a lot. Well, apparently, let's take a look here. Um, so we had, the story is this woman claims that LaKeith Stanfield is father to a secret newborn child after he announced his engagement. So on New Year's Eve, he announced his engagement um to Casimir Trice. I don't know what she does, but apparently he's only known her for five months, and then he asked her to marry him. So awesome. She posted and she was just gushing. Yeah, I'm having the best birthday. My baby made me Mrs. Stanfield for my birthday. However, the joy was interrupted by this shocking moment. So artist Tyler Heard, she went on Instagram and revealed images of LaKeith with her daughter and claiming that he was in fact the child's father. Boom, mind blowing. He got a kid by her. Cool, whatever. And but she captioned the video, decided to leave being someone's secret family in 2022. Meet Apollo Stanfield. So she posted a video and he's like dancing there at Chuck E. Cheese. You know, he's entertaining a child, you know, all that type of stuff. And okay, no, I did not know that LaKeith Stanfield had a child. Wasn't my business. No. I'm a big proponent of, you know, keeping the kids off of social media and all that stuff. I'm a big proponent of that. My business is my business. Um, But I'm not one of those people that have to sit up there and post every doggone thing about, my personal life. You know what I'm saying? Some things you want to keep for yourself. Um, and so the Keith goes on the comments was like, thanks for respecting my not wanting to blast my child out on the internet. Very considerate of you. I hear him. And then she replied, value your privacy is why you lied to people saying she wasn't your baby or that I was just a random. You value your privacy, but your girlfriend posts everything y'all do. Sounding a little bitter. And then he then said, I never once in my life said she wasn't my baby. I hope this does whatever it was supposed to do for you. Very LaKeith Stanfield response. Like, man, if this is what, all right, cool. I am a little bit inconvenienced by this because now I have to answer questions. I have to do all this when all I was trying to do is just, now I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know how he treats the girl. I don't know how he treats the baby. I don't know that. It looked like, seems like a loving father kind of guy. That's what it looks like. And now this has become a distraction, in a sense, because now, obviously people want answers. But the thing is, what's secret about that family? I mean, what's a secret family? It's a lot of y'all out there that got a lot of secrets that don't nobody talk about. You for damn sure don't talk about it. It's a lot of secrets out there. And like I say, there, people I care about, people I care about them. I don't, I just don't post it on the internet because it's my business, and I respect that. I respect that from him. He don't want to put his business out there. Who he's screwing, who he's laying on top of, all that type of stuff. You don't have to. Uh, y'all find it hard pressed to see anybody that I've been with ever. Y'all will find it hard pressed because I don't do that shit. And I don't want, and it's just something I don't want. It just causes problems if you ask me. Because then people get to telling you stuff that might be the truth or it might be fake. Either way it goes, they telling you. So keep that shit out. I just like to keep my stuff inside my little box, and that's what I do. Now, shit. Now, go on. Now, moving on, because I mean, it's not a secret. It's not a secret family. It's just don't call it a secret family because we didn't know about it. Because you didn't know about it. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not a secret family. If I don't want to tell you about something, if I'm not out here announcing nothing, and just because you don't know something about me doesn't mean it's a secret. It's just something that you don't know about me, the masses. So that's where I'm at on that. But hopefully they get a chance to handle that. And I hope that they have a very him and his new fiance. I hope they have a good relationship and a uh, um, very happy wedding and a very happy marriage. And we can all just move on. And little Apollo will be raised and taken care of, and we can all just go on about our business, keeping our business to ourselves. It's not a secret. We keep our business to ourselves. So we'll leave that at that. Um, just a quick update now. Just I believe back in November, 4 students were killed in Idaho, Moscow, Idaho, um, on the campus of like Idaho University or something to that effect. Well, they finally found the person that allegedly is connected to this crime. His name is Brian Kohlberger, and they arrested. Now this happened in Idaho, but they arrested him in Pennsylvania. Apparently he made a 2,500-mile road trip home with his father, and he got pulled over twice actually along the way. Looks like even in Indiana, he got pulled over like it seemed back to back. One was for speeding, and the other was for following too close behind the car. Some Indiana shit, man, where they just be coming up with bullshit to pull your ass over. But at any rate, Pennsylvania has him. They're trying to extradite him to Idaho so that he can stand in front of a judge and they can try and get to the bottom of these murders. Um, so apparently, let's see here. They're talking about extradition because they say anything in a sense can happen. And the police are alleging that sometime between 3 and 4 a.m. on Saturday, November 13th, Kohlberger entered a 6-bedroom off-campus house and attacked 4 students in their sleep with a knife. The ambush killed. Um, I'm not going to bring up the names right now. But here's something interesting about this, and we'll keep track of this. I will do a special series in a sense of videos in regards to this. Um, he apparently has a master's degree from DeSales University in criminal justice and he actually had just finished his one of his semesters trying to get his PhD in criminology. And apparently, what people are saying is that he had been like asking people, you know, if you were to kill somebody, how would you do it, or something to that effect. And he actually been asking for volunteers, like, have you committed a crime? I just want to interview you in a sense to see how you felt, and what in the decision making that goes into stuff while you're, or the decision making process while you're committing a crime. What are you thinking? That kind of thing. So the, that would make him a prime suspect, but I think he's one of those people that's so obsessed, allegedly, with this type of stuff that essentially he just wanted to know. He wanted to, people that commit crimes. He wanted to put his uh put his feet in their shoes, and try and figure out the perfect crime, or try and figure out, when you're doing something like this, what's going through your head. It's a weird case, but we'll have specials on this. I'm not going to take up this show's time with this case. We'll do a separate show in regards to this. But I will definitely keep you updated whenever I get them. So we'll follow on to this one, because people love crime stories. But definitely shout out to the and prayers to the victims and their families. Now, speaking of victims, we are about to get, let me see here. Okay. So, all right. So, apparently, Chrisean Rock, everybody knows her to be the blessing to Blueface, the rapper, and also his curse, whatever you want to spill it. But apparently, she has decided to switch over. Apparently, she has taken up Christianity, and she said that she's going to switch her music to Christian music. Well, first off, let's have this conversation. I don't know what kind of music you was making before. I mean, you could have been making Christian music this whole time. I wouldn't have known it. I ain't heard a song. So you ain't got to tell me nothing. Probably something to do with real bitches do it. Something to that effect. Probably. And my pussy this, my pussy that. Um, so that's probably what she was rapping about. But yeah, she's moving into Christian music. But this comes on the heels of who was 100% a nominee, her and Blueface, in our award show that we also have on our channel, Overall 99 Media, on YouTube. But let me give you some advice, friend. Let me give you some advice. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. We appreciate that. Let me talk to you. When you do some of the shit that you've been doing and getting caught up in, you gotta let that shit breathe. Like, it's like when somebody go to jail, they say, I've given my life to Christ. Like, right after something really bad happens, they give their life to Christ. So, and then nobody really takes it that serious. So that being said, I definitely want to say that you gotta let that shit breathe for a second. Then you come back out. Then you have a little bit of time where you're not in the news for jumping on that boy, where you're not in the news for being hella fading and talking shit to that boy mama. Um, you know, you gotta let it breathe and let us forget for a little bit. And then when you come back in about 6 months to, I recommend, a year, and you say, I've given my life to Christ, and I look back and say, I ain't heard nothing about her since 2022. I ain't heard nothing about her. She ain't been. Then you tell us. Then you come over here and you tell us that that you're a Christian now. That's what you do. That's how you do it. That's the way it's done. So, you know, um, well, we're gonna pray for Krishan. She might not go that route. She might just say straight up, I'm a Christian. I ain't nothing gonna happen. And she's gonna say, I'm gonna let y'all say what y'all want to say. Who gives a damn about what Unico Williams says? I'm a Christian today, and I'm gonna be a Christian going forward. I ain't got to wait for y'all to worry about what I did 2 weeks ago when I jumped on that boy, or I dropped that tape of me laying on top of that boy, or whatever I was doing. No, maybe she just wants to show us that she's a Christian. So, you know, it just is what it is, and that's all right. We shower that with love. Now, ladies. Now, ladies. If you looking for somebody that, I've always been a Christian. I've been doing that. If you're looking for somebody that's saved and you don't want to wait a whole year, then look no further than me. That's right. Go to ChristianMingle.com where you can find me. Bar Swallow Me. That's right. Bar Swallow Me on ChristianMingle.com where you can, you don't got to wait that long, but you might run into Chrisean Rock as well. Also, you know the deal. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Mama, I'm on Spotify. Overall 99 Media. We are on YouTube, Blurred Cartel, Locker Room, Talk Man Cave, Just a Band, Baller Friday, Casual Conversations. We just out here just trying to put in work for everybody. We just trying to put in work, keep you informed, let you know what's going on out here in the news, and we just want you to have a great day. So, with that being said, like I said, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Mama, I'm on Spotify. Overall 99 Media is the team. We are going to keep on doing better than we did the other day. So, that being said, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Do You Hear Me? With you, Nico Williams. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Don't forget, every Thursday, the full podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Mama, I'm on Spotify. Overall 99 ENT bring you videos from Friday all the way to Friday. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Again, thank you so much.